What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Roaring Kitty crypto. And make sure you guys are watching the right one, because a lot of time, some people don't realize which Roaring Kitty. It's the one that's on Ethereum, the very first Roaring Kitty that's inspired by Keith Gill on the blockchain. This Roaring Kitty. Look at the logo and make sure that you guys are looking at the right one. But this is the crypto we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to break down my thesis to you guys on why I feel like Q4 2024 is going to be a huge move for Roaring Kitty. And again, this is just based upon my thesis. I could be wrong, but based upon, how I analyze it, I think there is a strong, I could build a strong case based upon that. So do me a huge favor, though, before I get into it. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about Roaring Kitty Crypto, or the CTO. But yeah, Q4, well, let's just even get to October. October, historically speaking, is very, very huge for crypto. So that alone is going to be able to help Roaring Kitty have a huge boost. They're dubbing it as Cattober. Some people call it Uptober, they're calling it Cattober or Roartober, due to the fact that the price surge that could potentially happen is going to be extremely volatile. But mine is not even based upon Uptober. Like Uptober would definitely magnify my thesis. So to break it down to you guys, we know that the Federal Reserves, they did a 50 basis rate cut, right? So that actually started impacting other markets, because this is what a lot of people, a lot of different countries were waiting for. So China saw the biggest single week jump since 2008, guys, due to this stimulus just taking place, and it just been on absolute tear. Now that market, the China market, end up bleeding over to European market. And because the European market just saw a record high as well, guys, rallying on China stimulus. So I think that is going to also bleed over into the US stock market. Once that happens, it's going to impact, crypto such as GameStop, right? GameStop. And to add further fuel to the fire, GameStop is current, and this number is actually wrong. This was based upon the 12th. Current number is somewhere around like $4.7 billion, guys, of cash that they're sitting on with virtually no debt. To have that much cash with virtually no debt, guys, that speaks volume as far as with the company. And these are some of the plays that Keith Gill used to talk about. This is the some of the matrix that Keith Gill used to look for. Now, being the fact that GameStop made him, 99% of his income, more likely he is going to come back and start to talk about it. And the other reason why I think he's going to come back, not only because, GameStop, like, company is just looking pretty good, and the US stock market seems like it's about to have a big boost, which is going to impact GameStop to have GameStop have a big boost as well, is due to the fact that we started seeing, Friday, someone, well, this was as of the 17th, right? Well, no, I'm sorry. This is the expiration date, January 17th, 2025. $3.7 million, guys, worth of call option. Again, people do not buy call options if they do, especially that much, if they do not know something. Because at the end of the day, if they are wrong, that is a huge loss, guys, that they would be taking. It's like 3.7 million or zero. That's the type of call. And for someone to be able to make that type of bet, that type of gamble, it would have to be Keith Gill, because he knows he has the power to be able to move GameStop by just coming back, guys. And the crazy thing about it Because back in 2020, it was January 2020 is when we saw the GameStop squeeze. Keep in mind the having, I'm sorry, 2021. It was back in January 2021 is when we saw the GameStop squeeze. Keep in mind the halving. This was after a Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving happened in May 2020. Um, then 2021 is when we seen the squeeze. We just seen a halving happen in 2024, and now the expiration of these calls, this huge calls, is gonna happen in January as well. I think that he is gonna try to recreate the same squeeze. Now he actually have a little bit more power, guys. He have over 1 million subs. This was actually below 1 million. He started getting subs without even people, coming on here based upon his last tweet. Now, remember when he just dropped that he was coming live, guys? Remember he just dropped that he was coming live. This boosted the price of GameStop just based upon that. And also, when he was doing his daily tweets, it just boosted up the price of GameStop as well too. So I think he knows he has the power to move markets, so he's gonna go ahead and attempt to do it again. So currently, right now, it's 7:38 p.m. It's on a Sunday. He could, like fashion, come back at 8 p.m. like he did, back in May. And if that is the start, because the stock market opens tomorrow, we should be able to see a big boost on GameStop. So how does all of this, tie in with Roaring Kitty Crypto? The reason why it ties into Roaring Kitty Crypto is because of the name, guys. We have the name Roaring Kitty. We're the first on the blockchain, to have the name Roaring Kitty. Not only that, last time when he had the big boost, when he started tweeting, it was all these other cryptos that got the volume from it. And the reason why they got the volume from it, guys, when he was like back, like constantly just tweeting, we're not just looking for one tweet go away. I'm talking about like him back, like tweets after tweets, setting up live stream to be able to, essentially did what he did back in 2020, 2021. And if we see that, our volume, talking about on-chain volume alone, is going to be upwards over $1 million, guys. And when that happens, due to the fact that we barely have enough Roaring Kitty available, this thing is going to be able to send us straight to, don't even pass go, don't even, it's going to send us straight through up above $100 million market cap, and possibly, and 100 million market cap, like with him just being back, is me, undercutting it. We could very well see, somewhere upwards like 500, $600 million market cap. And it's just all it is, guys. The way that I'm calculating all of this in my head is strictly based upon the dollar, the volume. We only have 42 million, tokens available. With 42 million tokens available, $1 million is going to make our price skyrocket. Now, if we start seeing volume like how these other cryptos seeing like 20, $30 million piling in, guys, this would be $1 billion market cap real fast, real quick. Real fast, real quick. And this is the type, and this is why I say Q4 could very well be a huge, and again, notice I didn't even mention October. This could be very, very huge for Roaring Kitty, but make sure that we are in place, ready for this to happen. And this is why I say, like, the people who are selling, I caught somebody selling. They bought like $40 worth of Roaring Kitty, and they profited. It made $40, and they sold it for $48. Like even with the $40 buy, you just holding it, guys, and this thing get to 100, 200, $300 million market cap. That's $4 grand that you're looking at easily. Like if if you're scared of losing $40, I'm sorry, then you have bigger problems than just investing. You know, you got to fix those issues first, then come back and try to invest. And if you're trying to put $40 into a 2, 3, 40, 2, 3, 4, $5 billion market cap play, then you're hustling backwards. You're not going to be able to make life changing gain. Even again, and I'm only just speaking to the people who only have like $40. You know, it's definitely not going to be life changing gain if you do see 100x, but it's definitely a start. Now you can get that 4 grand and try to split it up to find another play to be able to eventually build up your capital. But you buying this and you're flipping $40. You buy you invest $40 and you turn around and make $48. $8 profit. That's, I don't know. But yeah, guys, this video is getting longer than what I expected. Hopefully, guys, you understand my thesis of how I see this thing playing out. Again, it's my thesis. A couple of things have to happen. Of course, stock market has to start, pumping. Keith Gill has to come back. And not only him coming back, he has to also, be active, meaning live streams, talking about GameStop, keeping that, because with a million, you got a million army, guys, a million army that's gonna pile in and be able to buy GameStop, and it's gonna cause it to rip, which is gonna essentially cause Roaring Kitty to rip. But that's all I have for you today. Random Arts got signing off. Hopefully you enjoyed the rest of your day. Hopefully, I'm right. And even if I'm wrong, it's still gonna, this is just only one narrative for Roaring Kitty. It has other narratives as well. So, peace!